action.
So guys, you see when you think nurture being, just think of like a one-stop herbal shop, you know? Where you can go, you can get your herbs, the skincare herbs, you can get your herbs for your internal care. We have things for the blood, for the heart, for the lungs, for the stomach. We have if you have spotty skin, the skin dehydrated. You see, women, your vagina itch, we have something for you. You have tenderness, when you are overlaid, we have something for you. Hormonal imbalance, we have something for you. Men with the limp dick, we have something for you. Your face bumpy, and you need something to clean up the blood, we have something for you. You know? Your kidney, your liver non-function, we have something for you. Your skin dry and scaly, we have something for you. You don't know what to eat, you're not sure how to eat or what to eat, we have something for you. Same it. So every single thing you can think of, we have something for you. So when you're thinking about complete nutrition in terms of medicinal stuff, just think Nurture Being. Trust me. Nurture Being? Yeah. Our one-stop herb shop.
All right, guys, you know those high-level conversations that people usually shy away from? Those conversations that you know we should all be talking about, but, you know, we're whispering about it, you know? Those conversations that could get you banned, shadow banned, and canceled. This is one of those conversations, but because we're a new channel, we're not just gonna go out there and really put the real sauce on it on YouTube, right? So we get into it as much as we can in what you're about to see next, right? And it's real high level. It's so much truth that is revealed. But if you guys want to see the full unedited thing, you already know you got to go to Patreon, because there it's unfiltered, right? So I'm sure you all already know Africa, master herbalist, one of the ancient ones with the ancient knowledge. And we just got to sit down with him and we have what's known as a reasoning. So I welcome you guys to listen in and level up. Let's go. Subscribe.
Important is more healing, man. You know, it's a Asian tradition. Our ancestors, whenever time them feel sick, when them can't reach the doctor, them still go to the doctor when them can, you know. But I know all of them could have make the doctor roll on the quick present there. So the herbs, them use herbs for everything. Them use it for a meal, them use it for upliftment, them use herbs for a tradition. Asian thing. Yeah, man. From one and all, man. Alright, you go down to Wisconsin now. Wisconsin, me a beg a look for a long bush. He said, Lord, but go over Miss Ruby for me, I want root here. You know me pull up to give Master John yesterday. I want to go check Miss Ruby. The ancient ones, them, I saw them roll and stuff. Then help them one another in the herbs thing.
So how is it
Yeah,
that...
man, so... I know nothing new. It's a consistent thing I started, the journey still remain, but I know nothing new. It's like you play football, you know. It's like kicking the ball. Kicking the ball is not new. A ancient thing, kicking a ball. So this thing is a tradition, man.
Naturally.
The natural thing.
The only thing we knew about it is you.
The only thing we knew is we, yes. We is after. We was before.
Yes.
But we are still in the lane because we have the genes.
Yeah, man.
So just from one generation to another.
To the next. That's so.
Nothing wrong with that.
How does something like this become, like, you know, blasphemized? Like, how did something like this get bad name in our culture when it used to be a part of our culture for so long? So, like, how did it that we end up now, you know, talking bad about this herb in particular?
Now, in first place, you never need to have no bounce away. But you see, true, the ones them who are above, them always say, and are the one that sit above you. But the one that sit above you more, they are the one who brutalize you, you know. When I say brutalize, get it straight. And I like say them beat you, you know. But your energy, them try to shift a connection there. It's a brutalization because them know you know the fullness. Because you are going on now. Them know the healing. So if them allow you for the healing, them not going to make enough money where they want to make from you. And that is not the game. All they need to do is make you communicate. When we can, me deal with them when we can. When we not afford, me just deal them little thing. For the same thing I go on right now. But while you want to go to the doctor, you don't have no money if you go, you have to go pick some bush. Draw one little picture, but the same thing. So let's make the lane remain, no man.
Yeah, man, and one I think them I know for sure say when the certain set of people start to come around, them never know what we know. So when we practice what we know, it make them afraid because them never equipped to use plant as an ally in a war, in a medicine. So when they see the certain things now, they must say, bombard, we can't allow them people to go on. So we have to go outlaw certain things. So if they even try to even do a spiritual bar, we are going to call it obia. And if they try to use a plant, you know, to start think straight, we are going to ban it. Yeah, man, so because of what we are bringing forth, them never understand it because they come with a different style of war. For them style of war is weaponry where they just stay from far and just shoot you. Then I really do close combat, but you see few people them, then we come right up on you.
Full spectrum.
Yeah, man.
Full spectrum war.
Real war.
Yeah, no, that is
real
it, you know.
Guerrilla warfare. So because them never understand it, then demonize it. Yeah.
Big weapon business.
Yeah, because for ancestors use intelligence, you know.
Intelligence, I agree.
Yeah, man. They use intelligence because when them a fight you, they will be right next to you and you not even know.
You don't even see
so
them.
All them become one with nature.
Right.
Yeah, man, and then now them not used to that. So when they see like as the maroon, they say the forest come alive, they shock because you wrap up in a bush, you know.
Yeah.
And you become the tree.
So you see,
and you bush.
You see,
you are the bush, you know.
You see the guys that be in like the sniper camouflage, and like the snipers in the Marine Corps and the Army. Yeah, man, they throw like the ghillie suit on, is what they call it, and then they lie down in the dirt and they look like the environment. So you can't say that's a man with a gun, right? Because them camouflage. It come to turn out that camouflage. It come to turn out that camouflage there come from we.
Yeah, we
from back in the times of Nani and the Maroons and them now become one with nature. So they put like the bush on them, the tree bark on them, and then they just sit laying in the tree.
Yeah.
And then the soldiers walk right past them, not even realize that them that.
One I think, you know, a cocoon, you know. Cocoon. Yeah, man, you see the cocoon there. When a man put a cocoon on him, so like him look like a stump, you know. The cocoon with the leaf them in us.
Yeah, man.
Wrap them around so him look like a stump.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And why you think the word come about bush? Me recently learn it.
Bush, you hear that?
I am the bush. So the bush means that they become the bush. Me learn it recently and me give thanks to the knowledge because me always a wonder say, oh God, you know, I love it for people them to then make things too complex. Then use the word to tell the story. Ambush, I become the bush. So me ambush you. Become the bush, you can't see me, me grab your ear.
I went to the elders before now. None of them never had that brainy call like no. Like we say take up books and paper and write them things there. So them leave them connection in our words.
In our words, yeah man.
But them leave it as plain as you for those.
Yeah, because I saw the history passed down and we either carve it in a stone or oral history. Oral history like how me you see them yes now and then tell it in a story form. And you learn it in a story form now, you just go through and pass it back down in our story form, same way. Generation after generation. So over the time, certain aspects of it get lost, but the main things remain the same. Even if you can't tell say Cersei is a blood cleaner, you know say
a good drink.
A good drink.
Right.
Cause you know say if you drink it, cause it's good for you. Yeah man, so
when you try the whole levels of the Cersei then, Cersei is a bath itself, you know. If you have a little baby now and you see little baby now well. All you have to do is just use the Cersei for the towel, you know. When you go and use bathing, you just swap up the Cersei and use that and Yeah, man. I don't even dry them off.
Make it dry.
Let the cerci plant
Yes.
dry on them, so now it's a spiritual bath. The same way.
That me I tell you. Grateful man, you still want to give me coffee drink. See, I see him up. Excellent.
So yeah, T, you were saying something. You said that we did utilize the herbs for our health, but also for warfare, right? So, like, remember I did ask you Africa. I just said, how come a plant like this, end up getting bad name in our culture when we've been utilizing it from ancient times, right? So, what we did learn from the chief and from our own research is that this whole fear of plants and its medicinal purposes and the whole fear of plants and the spiritual powers all come from the times of warfare against the oppressors, right? When we were fighting against, for our freedom, because we were utilizing the plants and, we were utilizing it for spiritual battle as well, it scared them.
Yeah, man, the plant was weapon, man.
Yeah,
Spiritual
man.
weapon.
Because our ancestors know which plant to use to turn the river red.
Yeah.
They know which plant to put in it if you drink out it, you drop down dead. So what we are come with, they never ready for. So they run come now and they ask for peace, but then now they rewrite it and say, we ask for peace. But then come beg for peace, so that's then could find another way now to defeat.
The attack.
The attack, right. So that's how it was.
A new formation, then come with a new formation.
And then form what is called government.
Yeah, government.
Put it under contract.
Yes. Govern. Control and lead.
That's what government is.
Control and lead. Divide and conquer. So here this political system where them rolling here with now PNP and Labour right.
And them give it in
the biggest
scam
barrier amongst the black nation.
Yeah.
The man said, the boy they are PNP. The girl you want Labour right.
Yeah.
Disconnection from the black thing. Black man they have that great uniform there. So them try to last a uniform there. Until right now the uniform has straight.
So this is the thing now with the division amongst it deep, because it's not just politics,
No.
A religion.
Alright, you see politics. Politics is very great. But we are talking about political affairs. Politics is where you want, just like we are contemplating now, I said to all what we are dealing with. Politics,
yeah.
This is politics.
This is politics. Right.
So politics is great.
It is. It's right now it's been kind of oppressed to a bunch of lies and gimmicks, because when people say me not play politics, that means they don't like to run around in a circle and go around things and lie and bluff.
Politics.
They're not be curmudgeon.
Yeah, be curmudgeon, but in the sense of the word, politics is about how we are planning.
Going around, doing together, so that is morality. Politics is morality.
But it is polluted today.
No, that is not politics. That is political affair.
Difference.
Political affair is different from politics. What we're speaking about now is politics is a human spiritual level we use for child through creation. One farm. That is politics. You walk one man with all the reason, or you go up there and we say, check my John, you check Miss Mary. And we gather is like into our assembly, say, like a church system. And then start man and say, we will do that. And then do that. And that is the game. That is politics. Political affair, it's a dividementation. That is a political system. Then you also divide with conquer and rule, divide and rule, divide, conquer. You see, all of them together, that's bad energy.
Bad energy.
So them use that now, them use one thing with them called like a treat, but that was a pimp. Say, give them this and give them that, and through me can get one little thing now, I say, burn out you. Or you can get a little thing, you burn out your sister. I say, when we have to take that, we have to stand up. In the same uniform we're in. Right now we control the whole world, black nation. But we lost the energy, man, by giving away to political affair.
Well, right now, we're definitely going in the right way when I see that Ghana is holding their gold and not exporting their gold anymore. Now they're controlling their gold mine. Burkina Faso is controlling the
But
gold
you are
mine.
going, you know, man. Nanny and tell them, you know, black don't come together, you know. And time black come together, a headache, you know. And right now that I go on, right down our yard, because we are the same, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that we could take care of ourselves without anybody else?
Yeah. Rasta, we have the richest continent in the world. We are the richest people, the black nation. We are where the gold, the rubies, the diamonds, the platinum, name all the things, all the riches. Solomon and tell the man, them in a man say, na the mountain the riches is. In place of we in a black nation, you know.
Yeah, man, it was.
Why you think the others folks them try to indict themselves and to build a city in our division? Because then what the riches, like them hide for.
So why is it that the world thinks different of the black race? Why is it that they think that we're a bunch of backwards people? Some of them, think that we're a nation in poverty or we are starved. And why do they have this backwards look?
No, because you are going, you know, black is more dominant more than anyone else. So you are going, you know, for them get the powers there, you know, them have to criticize, you know. I see them thing right now, like them using a political system, criticize and divide. And then the same thing.
Yeah, man, and one of the reasons why black people get displaced is because of the television, the programming. Programming, if you look on it, like every watch you watch, every video you consume is like, it is forming a construct in your brain. So, yeah, we hear people over here say, eat the food because people over Africa are starved. Where did you get that narrative? Because you never go over there and see them over there dead for hungry, you know. Mm-hmm. But guess what? You watch a TV and the TV feed you a narrative and you believe it. You believe it without confirmation. So this is one of the witchcraft I put over the minds of the black people them to make them feel like say no we're no better than we're in there.
You said witchcraft. That's a form of magic?
Yeah, man, it's witchcraft because and it's not the good witchcraft, you know. It's the witchcraft will make you look down poorly on yourself and those like you.
Why you think it's witchcraft?
Because it is not, it is witchcraft because it is placed, it's a programming that's placed on your mind that controls how you view stuff. So anything that is put onto your mind will control your perception, so you don't have freedom of thought, you're afraid to question because of the fear what them put on it, then it's a form of witchcraft. But you have good witchcraft and you have bad witchcraft. Then what says people can curse you if you be good and then can curse you if you be bad. So you see, if you did get the proper programming now, you'd have a different type of crafting on your mind. You'd have a different craft and a different perception. And you would see yourself better. You would see people like you as better. But because they want you to look on yourself a certain way, and then it have to take place in your first, you know. You see, if you look for yourself poorly, it's easy for you to see others poorly. But you see, if you look for yourself as high, elevated, you see it in everybody because we are literally a reflection of our inner self. We reflect our project. That is a part of our journey.
Yeah, that's why you be yourself.
Right. So when them program, you know, with that level of magic there and a level of witchcraft there, you even have some people now, they don't want black, they don't like the skin they're in.
All right, guys, Nurture being here. And I just wanted to say that we're actually expanding our healing by trying to set up a healing center, a place where you guys could come in,
learn to eat, learn proper cultural practices for maintaining your health, just learning the correct ritual on how to maintain the home with good health, how to maintain your kids with good health, good herbs, how to eat, when to eat, right?
And you guys can now see the herbs that are going to do the work. where you guys can now learn how to utilize and to even identify the herbs that are going to do the work. So what we're doing is that we're focusing on YouTube as a way to generate these funds. We also ask you guys subscribe to our Patreon. In our Patreon, we have Herbal Talks, right? We show behind the scene access or content with our blogs and our videos. We talk history. We talk hidden history. We talk metaphysics. It's a whole university back there in the Patreon. So
I am the Neb Sorcerer Supreme, and this is an emergency broadcast. You see, humanity indeed is awakening, and many are tapping into their spiritual abilities. But there exists to be opposition. Opposition in the form of global elites, world governments, and the puppet masters who control them. These puppet masters have also placed the hex on your mind. Yes, you have been brainwashed, programmed, and controlled throughout your whole existence. And this goes especially for the black race. You are the race that has suffered immensely. You are the race that has forgotten your identity. Yet, you are the race full of love. You are the race of melanin that continues to smile during the darkest of times. But again, the hex is on your mind, and it is here on the Melanin Matrix channel, where both the black gods of this planet, as well as the other races, shall discover the truths of reality, history, and themselves. Yes, that's right. You will see the signs to your spiritual awakening. You will come across information that were intentionally hidden from the history books. You will learn of sound, frequency, and dark matter energy. You will fully grasp what are secret societies. Now, I leave it to you, my fellow God, to help this channel grow, for we will wake up.
you know, Rasta, she said that, you see the God in everybody, right? How do you feel like that about that? Is everybody God? Is God within everybody?
Well, therefore, the first beginning, is God. God, the earth is God. And whoever dwelleth therein is God. So we are all God. So God is one. But them use a brutal form to disconnect the unity.
Because normally when somebody said them God, they say, yo, what type of demon thing you in? What type of devil thing you in? Why is it that if I see myself as, one with God, or if I see a next person as one with God, why are they saying that I'm a devil worshiper and I'm a demon this and a demon that?
Because they're shifting your power.
Right.
Because you cannot, if you see yourself as being God, or godly or too godlike, then you're going to have move with more independence and a more unified way of thinking and moving forward. So in order to shift you from your position then tell us say something is above you. I say once you have something or someone above you, then there's an inferiority complex that is as a result of taking on certain thinking. Thinking that you're God or godlike does not mean that you're better than the Creator or even on the same level. It's just that you know the potential. It's talking about the potential as this manifestation. And if you're going to look at God, if you say God have these lovely qualities within yourself, within itself, you're going to see it within you. So in order to shift your power now, so you feel less than who you really are, so you're standing in your full glory, they tell you that you're not that. And if you even check some part in the Bible, it tells us that you're a slave. And you have to feel good to be a slave. But look at the programming of the word slave. Internalize it and tell me if you feel good about it. No, you don't, but you accept it out of fear. But if you think about it and say, yo, I want next God that you know, and me I want God to, and the one there, it's like the level of feeling and the plant of God. But this is a different quality or expression of the God. If you look upon it like that now, and all right, if you're home and you listen to this, try this. Get up every morning and tell yourself, say, me is God. My daughter are God, my son are God. All we are gods, right? Just try that for 7 mornings straight and see the difference. It's like you feed your mind proper programming. So you start taking on proper qualities to lead yourself. Yeah, to lead yourself better. And you treat people better too.
Yeah, it's a different
because to all man afraid of God, if them a kill one man and they hear say God a come in can't bother kill him. Because in spirit condemn.
Yes.
He feel like saying, yo, we go get in a trouble.
God don't charge
God don't charge him. So that is why if you think say Africa are God now, the evilness in your heart where you don't want to go act out for him, you're not bad then. Because you're afraid to get in a trouble. That's how much power the word God have over the mind of people. So see yourself as one and see those around you as one. So you can correct your behavior and your mental process. Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah, man, correct your behavior.
All right, Rasta. So the sister, they say that in the Bible, at some parts in the Bible, they even call you a slave. Now, historically speaking, right, when you go by the story of mankind, the black race didn't have a Bible. It was actually given to them through the barrel of a gun. If they didn't study and practice the Bible, then they will be shot. They're dead, right? And that's definitely part of the history in Jamaica as well. If our ancestors didn't study the Bible, then they would perish, right? And the Bible does say that we are slaves and we shall work and this, that, and the third, right? Now, before the Bible, there was Kemet. And in Kemet, it says that, you know, first there was consciousness before there was any creation. So before there's any creation, there's consciousness. And then consciousness became aware of itself. It formed the universe, it formed the planets, and expressed itself in all of its creation. It made creation from itself. So therefore creation is itself God. So you see the difference there between Kemetan, black, you know, thought processes and how we look at God and nature, and how from some verses in the Bible look at God and nature. You know, why is that? Why is there a difference between how our ancestors looked at God and the creation of the universe and how the Bible look at God and the creation of the universe?
Yeah, the whole thing about it, you know, is like saying, you know, like we say Bob Marley and Peter Tosh and Bonnie Wheeler and Jimmy Cliff. Every man do music. So they are musicians. So each one wants to do a better music. So Bob wants to say I do a better music than Peter. Peter saying he do a better one than Bonnie because he want number one. While the next man I say the same thing. So, you know, it's just brain versus brain. Man above man. All right, look at the eye fingers them. This one say I'm taller. This one I say I'm still taller than this one. While this one say I'm still taller than this one say I'm the tallest. So the tallest one no want all who around him to communicate. And for him, it's perspective. So that's it there.
Yeah, that is it. So
That's
different
it.
perspectives amongst
A
different
compete.
peoples compete.
Right.
And one of the things too, with when certain set of people come in contact with our system, they had a half understanding of it. Them could fully conceptualize what was being taught. So they left with a half understanding and they use it as best as they could. That's the best way we can put it.
Our consciousness is one of the greatest things.
Yeah, man.
Our consciousness and nature. Yeah, we see nature as the greatest thing.
Yeah, that is true because even before I understand like plants or I understand plants, I always have a level of reverence. I'm careful when I put my foot. I stay so. And when I think them, I don't like say when people all pick a young fruit off a tree, like leafy. Like so there's certain things where you're born with.
Yeah.
Where you just know, and that is black consciousness.
All right. What is it that's in black consciousness that got you, as a 72-year-old, is still fit and healthy, strong as a buck? What is it about what you notice in your culture that has given you this much vitality?
It's a tradition. Like what I say, it's a genes. Like you have a black goat, you might have a black kid. You have a white goat, you have a white kid. So there is a black child. So the black children always come with that black perspective.
Not knowing.
From his tradition. That the one that was before him. Or the one who bring forth him. And the one that was before the one. So it's like it's a nation thing. It's a black nation thing, then say. It's a hand down from one generation to another.
That is true.
Like that is true. Say, this knife for my one, say. Put it in that perspective there, you can see it. And I say, say man don't tread on, so I'm on the lift the eye for the eye. I hand it down to the eye. And the eye don't tread on and the eye left with the sister. The sister don't tread on and left the daughter him son. So it's a
So we knowledge pass.
Roll on. The knowledge just pass on like that from one to another. And the genes within the eye man, the eye grandchildren looking just like the eye. Come with the said. And man said, hey, you would act just like your grandfather. You talk like your grandfather, you act like your grandfather. What I say? Yes, what I say? It's just a tradition of the black nation Rasta communicate it together.
What's the Rasta belief on reincarnation?
Well, reincarnation, when I check the whole levels of reincarnation is consistently, If you check the levels, you say, one thing going on, so Miss Mary dead, John Brown dead. I just the thing there, I just say things said, Earth will always be here. And Earth is here and it will always be here. Decades, billions a year, Earth there. So the formation where them really try to put in the head, I just say control you. Driving fear in you. Say, you know if you do him this and you know if you do him that, because I'm wrong with you. So I'm driving something in you that you know if you retaliate. So but reincarnate all the while.
So you say the earth been here for so long and
billions a year.
Them drive fear into our hearts.
Yes.
You say I live one time.
So are you saying we never die?
No, Rasta, we not die, man. From one generation to another, man. They roll on. Live forever. Earth never end.
And life continues.
Life continues.
They just transition from one farm to the next. Maybe one body to the next. You know what I wish? I wish I could go through the death experience with my consciousness intact, so I could tell people for sure or go. But for some reason, it's that there's deep intuition that make me know say death is another form of awakening. But that's
I can
something.
show the awareness of death. When you look at it, it's sleep.
Yes.
Look on the sleep.
And the first
look,
time people not tell
You
themselves
say
to
you're
use
tired.
sleep
And you go to your bed and you say,
smart death.
why me not even know say daylight? I said daylight already, I say quick. Just a little moment. I same thing with that.
Yeah.
Alright, you check say you go to your bed and now you say, boy, me a dream say, no dream. A trick you not tell about dream. It's awareness. It's a transform. Are your real self that you're in when you say you're a dream. What if you never wake, you're real just the same?
Right. That's so.
So when man I can tell you about the tendency, man a bunch of stupidness I tell you.
True. That's true. And you see, for sure, your dream real, if you don't have a high level of consciousness, whatever happens in your dreams, you see it, you feel it, and it more amplified. Like in this life, yeah, we eat the food and it's nice, but it's never nice like in your dream because there's not a cap on what you can experience with the food.
But in your vision, where I say, all right, let me say a dream of your vision. But you think you eat now, you eat the natural food.
Right.
Right now, you there say you feel illusion. Because the food they eat and it's not real. But when you in your vision say, what them say, and you eat the natural thing, because spiritual thing.
Real spirit food, yeah. You know, so one time, I get real sick, and I just me go on my bed, I drop asleep and dream say, I get fed, wipe of food, eat a fat, I get up and feel good, and I'm sick again.
I wanna ask you.
Not sick.
I wanna ask you something, man, because all right, so you said the dream world is the real world, right? That's the waking world, and we die every night.
Yeah,
right?
you wake up.
Every night.
So when you sleep, you wake up.
Yeah. When you wake up, you wake. So it's awareness.
That's why they keep on and tell themselves to wake up. They want to become aware of a dream state in this world. That's why they must say wake up.
But Rasta, let me tell you what happened, man. One time I was having a dream, and then in the dream, I became, because when you're in a dream more times, the dream just has control of your subconscious. So it's not like you could say, all right, in the dream, it's not like you could say, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go there. It's like a play that you just go down.
Follow the play,
right?
Yeah.
All right. There was this one time where in the dream I became aware something ridiculous happened. Like you see one big grown elephant, one big massive, African elephant did like 3 backflips. I'm like, voila, nah, this must be a dream. Right? And then it hit me, boom. Oh, snap. I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
In the dream, I'm saying that. And then when I said that in the dream, everybody else in the dream, stop. They just stop and look at me. And I'm telling myself, oh, don't wake up. I don't want to wake up. And I couldn't stop myself from waking up. What was that about?
It was an awareness. Showing you the fullness of who you is and the fullness of who you're gonna be when you change. Man who can't change, Man who can't change, man.
But they're only constant.
Yeah.
Change.
Only change you can't change.
I know what I love with the dream world. The dream world, it now have the rule set like this world. This world have a rule set where if you broke your hand, you might not have the awareness to fix the same time. In a dream world, you can break your hand and put back your hand together at the same time. Because that's something when I do.
I really would have.
Yes. And if I feel so, if I fly go over this, I fly. I fly. If I want to walk, I walk.
Yeah.
Say limitless. The rule set different.
I really would have.
Yeah, man.
Life forever.
You can't turn 1 tree. Like
so are the real universe.
Are the real universe.
So that's a universe with no obstacle.
No obstacle.
You realize.
No fear.
Yeah, it's like your mind is your only limitation.
Your mind is your only limitation.
And that's why
the
mind is the limitation, right? You're saying.
Yeah.
True.
All right, check your levels. You let's say now, all right, we're there so now. I say, so you know Jew, when we go on the out and you stay so. And you find yourself at Hanover. That's you sit down, And when you wake up, you find out, say, what me want down there, so I'm there, so you reach Hanover. That's you, what the real you that. Spiritual moving. You just move, you don't want no vehicle. You don't want nothing.
Yo,
No, not all,
sometimes
you just move.
when things like them that happen, it make you question yourself. Because me living in my bed in Africa. I kid you not, you know. And me there in somebody else's bed here where them a chat about, you know. And best believe, so when me ask and confirm, they were saying those things.
That's because we're all connected. There's people who have like, you know, near-death experiences.
Yeah, that is.
And when they have near-death experiences,
Manotelepathy.
yeah, they're in the hospital.
Yeah.
The doctor, the operation
And
on
them
them.
a watch.
And then them a watch. But you know, according to the machinery, you're unconscious. The guy's unconscious, right? Or there's some times where the guy's heart stopped completely, no more heartbeat. And then the doctors is there trying to save him. And then when they do bring him back and his heart starts to pump again, he's able to tell the doctors everything they did while he was dead, clinically dead.
Because you see your body, I always say the body is just a vehicle transporting the soul, is a song.
Yes,
So you see, that's why I know you're happy dead, you know. You're not going to ever live forever because you see the greatness of your energy can't hold. You have to shed that flesh.
Change.
You have to change. You have to change your flesh.
Mortal to mortality.
True. Yeah, man. You have to change your flesh. Because you see the energy where you carry in this flesh, it is so great. The body can't hold it for long.
So I don't tell you guys, you know.
That might be why death happened, innit?
There's a natural process.
The energy within the energy within you
is so great.
Strong that it stresses
cause
the flesh.
atrophy. So
and
you
then
break
now
them
that's
over
what
time.
death is. Death is the body getting old.
Yeah,
because of all that spiritual power that's within you, that's your consciousness, your awareness.
Yes.
Your body is strong enough.
Yeah, you either are gonna eat for resist atrophy, or you're gonna eat for send yourself to the next body quicker. That's how it's going on. So within this life, you can eat for support and help your body if you can host this energy. Or you can eat so till your body can't manage it anymore. Just one footstep and you step, you feel like the hardest thing you do. Because you decrease your biological life force via your food. So you can increase or decrease it, but you have to transition from one flesh to the next. Is a rite of passage.
So what do you guys think about death, being reincarnated, and coming back with your memory of your past life? What do you think about that now?
I know. Death is a thing where lost the fears of death, because there is no death. There is only a reform. So in this farm now, you know, say you're going to change from this farm to another farm. But you're not going to carry this. So you're going to leave this and still live.
All right.
A different farm. So this is nothing. So we are still alive.
All right, but how do you feel about, you know, going to a next form? But when you're in your next form, you retain your memories of your past form.
Well,
you don't start over from square one.
From square one, it's like you're just born. Rebirth that. Like when you're vision, that is a rebirth. You just say, my vision. You just get a spin of your real self, a rebirth. Birth again. A birth you're saying, no, in this farm, you know, so we are birth out forward. In our next farm, that is a rebirth farm now. When we leave this farm into the next farm.
You get the question I'm asking?
Yeah. Ask what we think about reincarnation.
No, what do you think about reincarnation? Like, what do you think about art? The possibilities, right?
Of coming back with your memories.
Of coming back with your memories. So, like, I transition now into a new.
Well, I think it depends on your level of mastery still.
But what I'm saying, your memory never lasts.
It never lasts, but it never lasts, you know. But I think there is a compartmentalization going on where you might find it harder to access it than other. So even if you didn't live 100 life before, some people can just sit down and think about the life them before, you know. Then cut off, and I think that disconnect there is as a result of your consciousness. Because then everybody can operate with that level of awareness. It can be a bit burdensome on the mind if you're not used to it. All right, I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of information. All right. Me meditate one time and see myself in our next life. Just operating and I go through and I do stuff. And in the meditation, it's like almost like I'm never really aware of the meditation to how real it is, like how me and you the writing song. As something bring me back out of the life there, and then I realize, oh, but it feel real. There are times when I can hear into other things, like I can hear into another place, but it's not here. It looks similar. It's not here. The people are the same, the voices are the same, but the surrounding is a bit different. And I carry on life. So it's like it left me for wonder, because I don't know for sure, but it left me for wonder if it is another life or is a life I live alongside another life. But I know that embodiment is me because I'm aware of how my energy feels. So I know, so okay,
that's really you.
Even though I me this and sometimes I look different.
Like the spiritual you, the liberal you. That you that will live forever and ever live and live. That's a journey.
Yeah, man. I think life is eternal. The only thing that's not eternal is the form that you're in.
Straight like that, you have touched a point now.
Yeah. All right. So you see, we're getting deep now, right? And based off of everything we're saying, it's like this body that we're in and this universe we exist in is a magical universe. And this body has mystical potential, because what we're saying is that we're navigating the dream world, and we reincarnate, and we never die, and we switch different bodies when we come back. So this is a mystical planet. So now I see now that we're eating things that's not naturally from this mystical planet. We're eating Doritos that has these chemicals in it, that has these red dyes in it, these blue dyes that causes cancer, causes miscommunication within the human body, within the human temple.
That's why we call it sorcery, because...
Right, so hold on there. This mystical universe should be giving us mystical, plants to give us mystical experiences, mystical foods to give us mystical experience. Maybe the reason why I was able to get that level of awareness in my dream was because I'm eating from the earth, mineralized food that makes my body act the way God intended it to act. So if we're eating McDonald's cheeseburgers from the mutated cow, and Wendy's and all this bad, unhealthy food, is that going to affect our mystical connection and our ability to access mystical realms?
Yeah, it will affect it. That's why I say food is another witchcraft, because everything is from here, the good and the bad. But they use chemistry or science for good or for bad, right? The Doritos is bad science. So while it appeals to your flavor, the taste bud, it doesn't feed your body. Not always that's useful.
Yeah, man.
No proper information. So bitter, yes, man, sweet to the lips, but spicy to the belly. Yeah, so substances exist. There's nothing new here. You just mix and match your chemical then. And as I said before, you have a good science, you have a bad science, but most people now prefer the bad science because they use psychology to trap you in the eating net there. So when you put it on your tongue, it just salivate, you feel like excitement there, you get the chemical release there, reward you, so you feel like you do something good for yourself. But then if you check it, your body currency low. You depend, yes, you eat, but your body currency low. You can't make energy good. So you not feed it what it needs to create the energy to keep you going.
So you're saying that the foods that we're eating, the popular foods we eat today, that's tricking our body?
Bad science, obvious that. Real bad.
So one of the things where they're not treat you, they're not teach you. The sun is energy.
Real energy. Real
Them a teach you
food.
say you have to go on a shade because the sun hot. You have to take some of the sun. Go in the sun and see some things will come out of you. You can't believe say you don't run here around. Water, what them things they're not supposed to, you know, that's one I think with. That's why I'm not telling you when you feed, you feed warm. Your system lagicate. Them things they pump out of you. So you find say you got a prayer.
All right, so you said the sun gives us energy.
Yeah, the sun and energy,
What I
even to
do
the
know is that
plant.
the sun gives the plants energy. The plants utilize the sunlight, make sugar for itself so it can grow, photosynthesis. Or what about we now? If we are in the sun, our skin absorbs the sun, it makes hormone D. Did that mean that we're sun people?
It becomes harder.
Yeah, we're sun people.
We're star people.
Yeah.
We're literally connected
Alright,
to
you see,
stars.
we have similar processes as the plants. You know. Them not tell you that, they not tell you that, then tell you, but they not tell you. Because most of the information that we consume is not for our biology. So you have black people now put on sunscreen and say they need sunscreen. You don't need it.
No, you know,
Somebody else need it, but it's not you. Understand yourself so you're not operating in the world like fool.
Now, is it bad that we don't use sunscreen as black people? The sun gives us energy, the sun gives us strength, the sun gives us power, vigor, vitality.
If it's bad?
Now, is it bad that it doesn't give other races of people that? Or is it just that we have different bodies, we work differently, right?
No, it's like we have different